Good morning. Hey, what the hell? We just went live on YouTube and we get a huge raid. That is a big raid from Mercenary Mage. Hey, thank you so much and welcome, you beautiful people. How was the stream? 3,700 people. That is the biggest raid we've gotten ever. 100%. Hey, I can't stay to chat, but have a great stream. Hey, thank you so much, Mercenary Mage. Hey, I'm gonna take good care of your people. All right. Hey, my name is Ame, and we are developing a game that I have. I'm really struggling with my, like my pitch. I need to work on my pitch. Like, the pitch that has to be done in an elevator ride. I think it's like elevator pitch or something. Like, I really need to work on that. So why don't I just show you? Why don't I just show you what we've been doing? I call the genre a wilderness simulator. I don't know if that's that's probably gonna paint a little some kind of picture in your head, and I want to know what that is. I want to know what the wilderness simulator brings into your mind. But basically, you gotta know that I fell in love with RuneScape Classic back in the day. Back in the day, I fell in love with RuneScape Classic. I thought it was the best thing ever. I think 3-hit combat was something that didn't deserve to be scrapped. And I was actually kinda upset when RuneScape 2 came out and didn't have 3-hit combat. I think it was a wrong move. I'm still upset, Jagex. I'm still upset. Just letting you know. All right. So that's why I have been starting my own dream project, which is bringing that 3-hit combat back and having this PvP experience, much like in Wilderness that you had in RuneScape Classic. So hey, this is our character. Imagine RuneScape Classic merged with Among Us with Finnish accent. Wait, what? So we have this 2D character in a 3D world, much like in RuneScape Classic. We have paper-like assets. The basic idea of this game is that you are gonna be farming, grinding for gear. Hey, come in, let's go. We hooked one in. Guys, boys, we got one. We got a live one. And we have a couple of NPCs here, and you get to fight them here. And oh, look at that. We got a cyan sword right out of the gate. Still playing RuneScape 2. Hey, you came to the right place, my friend. Or is it RuneScape 3 now? I don't know. Like, aren't they a different thing? Like, isn't it like you have like old school RuneScape, which is 2? Like, it was fundamentally like rebooted 2, and then basically you had RuneScape 3, right? Ovendev, hey, thank you so much for dropping a follow. I really do value that. Thank you. And hey, please come say hi. Come chat with us. We do fun little things here. I'm one of those, never shut up streamer. So I really like to talk with my people. And yeah, we've been working on this game for like 4 months plus. I think we're approaching like 5 months or something at this point. And we are gonna release our alpha version at the end of January, so it's only a week. It's only a week, guys. Only one more week, and we are gonna do a playtest session together. We are gonna test the multiplayer features, and kind of like, yeah, it's time to look back of have we succeeded or have we not. And I'm feeling pretty confident that we're gonna be able to deliver a good experience. 2004scape.org. Owen Dev says that working on my own game, although it's way simpler than this. Been working on my game for 25 years. I get distracted easily. Hey. I know a thing or two about procrastination. So yeah, well, I think we got a little bit of here. I think we got a little bit of connection here. So, what kind of game are you working on? This is the game we have. So we have looting, we have inventory, we have equipment, which by the way aren't loaded here, so there's a problem. This is something I haven't seen before. So yeah, that's a bug. I gotta fix that. So we have our sword here, we have our armor here, and if we press them, we can unequip them. This took us a couple of weeks to figure out how to develop that. I did like a bare minimum crafting system for alpha. So here at the center marketplace we have this house that you can go to and craft stuff. So I can, for example, do cyan rope, boom, and it's gonna be here. And lastly, we did this yesterday. I created this other station where you can salvage. So I can bring in the cyan rope here, and it's gonna give me half of the stuff back. And it should work now. It should work now. I fixed it last night. So 8 bloods. I have 36. So I think 8 blood should lead to 44. We should have 44 if I press salvage, and we should have 152. Boom! It works. It works perfectly. Works perfectly. None of these features have been tested in multiplayer environment and dedicated server, so they work perfectly when I'm hosting. Let me just tell you that. Oh man. All right. So Owen Dev says that it's an Ultima set. It's a fan Ultima set between episode 3 and 4, and I'm writing it for a tape-based computer with 128 kilos or kilobytes of RAM. Really? What? That is nuts. That is nuts. Like, how do you do that? How do you do that? That seems amazing. Like, what I'm working on seems silly compared to that. Like, I think you got some like really like retro, old school kind of thing happening. It's in assembly. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know. It's the meme that when you join a workplace or some coding course or whatever, and there's the one guy who's writing everything in assembly. There's the other guy who thinks in binary. So I think you're the guy. You're the guy, dude. You're the guy. Oh man, now I can kinda understand. Now I can kinda get it how it's taken so long for you. Holy, we're in dragon armor. Damn right. Ilpo, Helgeir. Good day, how's it going? Owen Dev says that I'm building it as an engine, so it's easy to make more games without any coding skills. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I would love to like see more and learn about it. Owen playing on God mode, yeah. That's really impressive. So what, do you have like a day job? Something else? I'm getting kind of like feeling this is probably not the job you are working like as a full-time, you know. But hey, that's really cool. And one more thanks to Mercenary Mage. What are they building in Mercenary Mage's channel? What are you guys up to there? I should drop a follow to Mercenary Mage. Let's see if I can like follow. Yeah, all right. I dropped a follow. I really want to see what's happening there. I'm a contract technical writer, although now I sometimes do book production editing. Okay, so that's completely different. Isn't that like completely different? So like doing articles of tech products or something? Or something similar. I used to be writer slash like a freelance writer or translator for a Tech Radar. We had a Finnish version of Tech Radar. I think we still do. So I used to write a lot of things there. Products, documents. All right, so that's not exactly the same. So I wrote more of like news and whatnot. I think assembly code is as technical as writing can get. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I think assembly is absolutely bonkers. But yeah, this is the game. The core gameplay loop is about it's gonna be it's gonna like we're gonna juggle between of chill, like a mouse only gameplay where we just chill and farm NPCs and get more gear, and then at the top here's where we're gonna have like a PvP zone. So this is gonna be the wilderness. So it's gonna be free for all here, and the point of the game is to be kind of like the king of hell, king of Tuonela. And yeah, there's a couple of bushes that drop berries in here. And this is gonna be like RuneScape's wilderness. That's the game, guys. That's the game. At least for alpha, we still have a lot of things to do here, and we're kind of like in the middle of planning. We were kind of like in the middle of planning. So what will we use our remaining days? So alpha release is gonna be next Friday. Everyone's, by the way, everyone's invited to test out the game. So one of the things that I would like to explore for this alpha release is a WebGL build. So WebGL build, which would mean that kind of like the barrier of entry would be as low as possible. So barrier of entry would be low. Yeah, this would be like, so if you don't know what WebGL means, it's basically like you can play on browser. So think about RuneScape, think about those old like mini clip games, think about what was the Newgrounds or something like that. Basically you could play online like in a web browser. So if we did this, you would only need to like hop in on a website and you could play there. I think this would be great, but I think it's gonna have some quirks. It's gonna have some trouble that we gotta fix. Owen Dev says that it's ironic that JAGX stands for Java Experts. I guess the backend is probably still in Java, but the front end hasn't been Java in years. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really interesting. By the way, Owen, where are you from? Most of us here are from Finland. I actually did a, you know, like a, I did a thing roughly half a year ago. It wasn't that long ago. Like I think it's like 3 to 4 months ago, where I was like, all right, I'm gonna start pursuing international career. I want to do this in English. It's one of those things that I always wanted to do, but I've been scared to do it. I've been doing this for a long time in Finnish. We're talking about like over 7 years. So yeah, it was scary, but we did the leap. We did the leap, guys. Wales originally, but now living in Ireland. Let's go. How did your accent change? Like, what is your accent like? Because I've heard Welsh accent and I've heard Irish accent, and those are very different things. those are very different things. So what are you like? How do you speak? I have an English accent. It's a curse. How did that happen? Like, what? Owen says that's been a long time since I was in Finland, but I was in the Åland Islands in 2023. All right. I've never visited Åland. It's probably one of those things that are the least Finnish that you can kind of like experience. So if you didn't know, probably people here don't know, Åland is this kind of like this demilitarized zone in between of Finland and Sweden. And as the name suggests, it's more of a Swedish speaking place. but we own it as Finns, and we are protecting them, and we are letting them do their thing, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's basically Finnish, but it's Swedish, so it's kind of weird. Kind of weird. I sound like Hugh Grant. Walish Irish, so you don't speak any language anymore. I lived in Cambridge for a year when I was there. I'm still wearing an earring I bought in a market in Helsinki 2003. Let's go! Let's go! Finland mentioned everyone to the marketplace. Torille. I remember enjoying reindeer meatballs. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think I've ever had reindeer meatballs, so I think you are like you're outperforming me as a Finn right now. You're just like making me look bad here. You actually have to speak Swedish to buy a house. For some reason I was like, buy a horse. Like, what the fuck? Buy a house, yeah. Exactly. Hey, nice to meet you, Owen. And it's really, really cool to meet you. I think you have a lot of interesting stories to tell. Why were you visiting Helsinki, if I may ask, or Åland? Like, what was your trip's purpose? Horse, not a what? Vaka, come on, Vaka, you can be better than that. Okay, so WebGL build is one of the things that I would like to try out. Okay, so that's one. I'm just gonna like list out the things that I would like to explore before the release. Then another one would be kind of like this debug console thing that you could use to you could use to do stuff. So you could basically use it for basic moderation. So basic moderation tools. This would be like editor only. So you wouldn't be able to like, you know, pop this open inside the game in WebGL or anything like that. It would be like editor and for me to kind of moderate and do admin stuff when we are doing the playtests. So this is something I want to do as well. Maybe we'll like start with that. I'm not 100% sure yet. So it would have basic moderation, maybe some playtest tools. So for example, you could spawn stuff. Maybe you could like spawn yourself to some items. Set strength to 1000 for Ilpo. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. Owen Dev says, I was on a Russian ship and I couldn't get a transit visa for St. Petersburg, so I had to get off in Helsinki. I got dropped off in Helsinki with my sailing gear, a day pack, and no plan. What? There's like now you're just like dropping off like a teaser for a book. What the hell? You were on a Russian ship, you couldn't get a transit visa for St. Petersburg, so you had to get off in Helsinki, and you had sailing gear. Like what? Tell me more. Like you got me wondering like what the hell's going on. Okay, so debug console, one of the things that I want to explore. What else? So one thing, kind of like a more in-game thing that I want to do at some point is have like these attacking mobs. Kind of like these attacking NPCs. So currently, none of our ads in the game, none of the mobs, none of the NPCs attack. They are just there chilling, and they take it like a champ. They don't heal, they don't chase you, they don't do anything like that. So at some point, I want to explore the idea of these aggroing NPCs. And I think we are gonna do it in the wilderness. I think by the far end, we could have a couple of these scary NPCs that would drop like something really good, and they would attack you, and they would heal. So like the only way to kill them would be to fight to the death, basically, and you know, just outplay, you know. And I think the attacking NPCs could be one cool thing. And then another cool thing would be to have kind of like these boss NPCs. And I think these could be kind of could be a little bit of same thing we're talking about. All right, so Owen says that I was working for the replica of Captain Cook's Endeavour, but I was taking a break to sail with the replica of Peter the Great's first frigate. So after I got dropped off, I had to get back to the UK to rejoin my ship. I booked the ferry to Stockholm with a stopover in Maarianhamina, but I slept through my stop because I was so tired. I got a bus across Sweden and flew back to England from Malmö, I think. That is crazy. Like I have no idea. Like if you're just like pulling my nose at this point. Like I was working for the replica of Captain Cook's Endeavour. So what is that? What are we talking about? Is it like was it like what? what? That sounds opposed as a pirate? What? I don't know what to say. It sounds unbelievable. Sounds unbelievable. HM Bark Endeavour, big old wooden ship. Whoa, alright, so was it for tourism? I'm not making any of this up. It's like I realize it sounds crazy. It was. So what did you guys like do, like tourism like rides or whatever? You're having a dream, wake up, a rate of 37 viewers, come on. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It sounds so unbelievable. Museum ships. Wow. All right. Damn. So how did you like... I was taking a break to sail with the replica of Peter the Great's first frigate. After I got dropped off, I had to get back to UK to rejoin my ship. Damn. All right. So, how did you end up in the like the Russian ship? So they went from place to place and opened to the public, but also took a voyage crew. The Endeavour is back in Australia now. The standard is no longer on the Russian flag. Man, I'm so like, I don't know what to say. That's so amazing. That is amazing. You need to write a book. You need to write a book. I'm gonna read it. All right. But hey, I'm glad you're here. I want to hear all of your stories. All right. So what are we? So we have WebGL build. We have a debug console to do. We have NPCs that are attacking, and I kinda don't wanna do this because I don't think we have anything special to drop. The only thing I can like really think of is if we gave like a rating out of this. So maybe this gives like rating. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. There's one more thing that just came from the rating. And this is the fact that our building or like crafting doesn't require rating yet. Doesn't require rating. So we are gonna like have these rating requirements for crafting. But I'm not actually sure if we're gonna do it for this version yet. I think it's gonna be hard to kind of debug. It's gonna be hard to plan out. I have no idea what the value should be, so maybe we don't do that now. I jumped ship at a festival of the sea in Denmark. You've had a crazy life. All right, you've had a crazy life. Okay, so crafting doesn't require rating, and then there was one more thing. Yeah, the combat calculations. The combat calculations need they need some love. I am currently not happy how the armor works in the game. Nor am I necessarily happy with how the weapons scale. So I think the combat calculations need to be done at some point. We gotta revamp so that the better weapons feel stronger, to be honest. Better weapons feel better. And that's also that the armor feels worthwhile. Armor feels worthwhile. These are the two things that needs to be taking a look at some point. Yes, I have. I'm writing some of it in a recipe section of my website. I guess I should get an authentic recipe for a reindeer. Damn, it's cool to meet you, Owen. Can I ask, I know it's a little insensitive, but may I ask how old are you? Because if you were doing these trips back in like early 2000s, you must be a little older fella. 50. No, that is a man's age. That is a grown ass man. Nice. Hey, nice to meet you, dude. I am gonna turn 33 this year. I can pass for younger easily, but I gotta say, I'm losing my voice. I'm not gonna be able to say much soon enough. But I gotta say, yeah, 50 is a good age, and you can definitely pass off younger if you don't tell those crazy tales. You have to also celebrate your LP anniversary. What LP? 33 and 1/3. What is LP? Hey, Super Chew. Guys, I'm gonna take a short break to open my voice, and 33 RPM vinyl. Hadouken! That's an awesome nickname. Oh my god, how's it going, Hadouken? Vinyl records came in 45 RPM, 33 and 1/3 RPM, and 78 RPM. What? That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely crazy, Owen. I have never heard of that. LP anniversary. That's cool. Hey, I'm gonna take a couple of minutes break, maybe brew myself a cup of tea, because we have a wonderful gentleman from Wales and Ireland and all over the world. So I'm gonna do a cup of tea. Give me a couple of minutes, all right? Yeah, right, all right, I am back. Sorry about that. I was getting intimidated by the gentleman that we have in the chat. I started to feel like a kid, and I lost my voice. I'm back. Hadouken! I became 45 last year. Let's go. That is definitely a good age as well. Hadouken, where are you from? Nice to see you. Nice to meet ya, everyone. All right, so Sweden. Hej på dig. Hur mår du? Jag heter Ame. And och jag tittar på TV. Yeah, I'm sorry to our friend from Sweden. Yeah, my Swedish is it's a meme. Minä on hyvä or well spelling. hey, that's only fair. That's only fair. It feels like I got my own medicine, you know. I definitely got what I deserved. Oh man. I used to work for a Swedish company. They flew me over to Stockholm and I paid for the ferry to Mariehamn. Sweet. Now I gotta visit. Sweden more often. I visited Stockholm a couple of times as well. Last time it was like 10 years ago, and I actually bought this. I was like a poor little like uni student, so I didn't have any money, but I wanted to bring something for my girlfriend, so I was in the old part of Stockholm, and I bought this like this towel, this small towel that you can dry your hands to when you're done taking a piss or whatever. and she literally like held it untouched for a decade. Yeah, she like hid it somewhere. It was this pretty beautiful white thing with a fox on it. It was handcrafted by some like a Swedish person, and I bought it for her. I think it was like $20 or something. And now only recently she put it up in our bathroom for people to use. For a decade she kept it like untouched. I thought it was cute. And by the way, I still haven't tried my hands to it. I think it's a special thing. So now we have a towel that nobody uses except for guests, I suppose. Man, it's been hot here today. 34 degrees. Damn, that is hot. Hadouken says, my dad was a Finn, so spent a lot of time in Eastern Finland. Damn. Hey, that's cool. Do you remember where? I am from Eastern Finland. So if we take a look at the maps. I do not live in Tampere. So this is the Åland Owen was talking about. Maarianhamina is the capital. And it is very conveniently in between of Finland and Swedish Stockholm. So there goes a lot of like these cruise ships from Helsinki to Stockholm, and also from Turku to Stockholm, and also to Estonia. So we have Helsinki and Tallinn, and there's a ferry ship or cruise ship going there like multiple times a day. Many different like these cruise brands or whatever, and it's quite a heavy traffic there in our Baltic Sea. But yeah, basically Eastern Finland, obviously you have Lappeenranta, Joensuu, Lieksa. I am from Kajaani originally. Kajaani is like the belly button of Finland. So here's Finland. I am from here. I wouldn't recommend this place to anyone. I've been living in Oulu for 13 years now. Yeah, so I guess I'm Oululainen now. Yeah, I'm someone from Oulu. Let's see. Owen Dev says that the other thing I missed on my first visit was the Wasser Museum. I was basically a tour guide for one of my colleagues at the time. It's freezing in Ireland, just put the heating on. It's a very pretty view going in or out of Stockholm. Yeah, Stockholm is a beautiful city, and you can definitely see the influence Sweden and Stockholm had on Finnish architecture. So Helsinki and Turku, one of the oldest cities in Finland. Turku was our capital back in the day. Helsinki has been recently. So Turku, for example, there's a lot of resemblance between Stockholm and some of the older Finnish towns, Finnish cities. But yeah, Stockholm is absolutely beautiful, and I think Finnish cities are pretty beautiful as well, although not as old. I did the Stockholm-Helsinki cruise once when I was 13. Says Superchu. Nice. Close to Joensuu. Joensuu. Yeah, I've never been to Joensuu. It translates to a river's mouth. So Joki is basically like the possessive version of it is Joen, and Suu is mouth. So it's the mouth of the river. Yeah, this looks like every Finnish town, really. This looks like every Finnish town. Ilomantsi. I think Ilomantsi is like the easternmost corner that we have in Finland. I think it's literally like somewhere around here. Yeah. This is one of the most like eastern parts in Finland. Yeah, this is like in the near border of Finland and Sweden, or not Sweden, Finland and Russia. Rested in the coffin a little bit. I'm back now. Wait, that's not normal for you? Which one? It was Midsummer when I went, which was really special. Yeah, Midsummer in Nordics is special. I don't know if all the Nordic countries celebrate Midsummer, but it's a big thing in Sweden. It's a big thing in Finland. It's one of my favorite holidays for sure. Warm greetings! Darth Blehman is here. Good day. Nice to see you. Megaburger is gonna celebrate a new laptop. Hey, I wanna know all about it, Megaburger. I wanna see pictures on Discord. I wanna see what it feels like. If you guys wanna join my Discord, I would really respect that. We have a growing developer community, and there are a lot of gamers, and it's a fairly big channel. I used to be an Overwatch streamer, but recently I've gotten into development mode. All right, let's have one more look at the old Stockholm, if I can find it. So I should probably take a closer look here. So I think the old Stockholm, I think it's like here. This is basically the old square, old part of the city. And some of these houses are like crazy old, and I really like these kind of like these narrow city alleys. Like they have some magic to them. Like when you're walking these streets, it's quite special. It's quite special, really. Yeah, it is definitely one of the cooler parts you can visit here. And I'm really like struggling with the UX here. UX of Google Maps feels like I'm getting stun locked or something. Yeah, obviously this is a very, very tourist ridden as well. Bunch of tourists. And but you're gonna see like a lot of these old statues and a lot of nice cafeterias and restaurants here. Ilomantsi is a nice place, a lot of history. Says Yerps. Hey Yerps, how's it going? Enrico says that I've never been outside of the United States, but one of my life goals is traveling to Japan or better or even better living there. Hey, do it, Enrico. Like I know the States are such a huge place, that you can literally like do your whole life there, and you can experience all these different states and areas and cultures inside the states. But the thing about the states is that it's still within the same country. It's still within the same country. So you're gonna find like very different kind of vibe in somewhere like Florida to New York to like the southern states to like, you know, the northern parts, Alaska, Hawaii. Like every one of these places is gonna be vastly different. Like climate wise, it's gonna be different in architecture. It's gonna be different in history. It's gonna be different in food. Like it's like traveling across Europe. But at the end of the day, you all share, you know, the same, a lot of the same values and a lot of the same, well, language obviously, and education system. So it's not the same. It's like here in Europe, if you go from Finland and you visit somewhere like, I don't know, like UK, go say Owen High, it's gonna be so different. Like we obviously speak English, but we it's not a first language for us. It is for them. Then if you like literally just like cross the canal, you're gonna go to one of the oldest and richest history countries, France. It's gonna be hell a lot of different, and they don't understand a thing you say in English. So that's gonna be vastly different. And then you can go to the like eastern parts, to Slavic countries, like I don't know, like you can visit like Romania and be totally. You can visit Ruotsi, yes, Sweden, Sverige. Hey, but hey, Matt Sherpy is one of my favorite streamers right now. It's always fun to see Matt Sherpy on. There's just something special about the Swedes. It's kind of like a bigger brother kind of country for us here in Finland, which you kind of hate but love at the same time. You know, it's kind of like this thing. Hey, nice to see you. How you doing? So yeah, obviously my Google Maps is in Finnish. I don't know how to change the language really. And then you can like visit the Alps. The Alp countries are vastly different than Nordics or whatnot, or Italy, Spain, Portugal. Yeah, it's like then you have the island countries here, Malta and Cyprus, for example. Okay, like you can't really compare like states to Europe, because one is one country and one is 50 countries. So, but yeah, I think Enrico says something. Enrico says that don't have money and I want to get better at Japanese before I do that. I think that's very, very mindful and thoughtful of you. I think Japanese people in general are not going to be very good at English unless you go to like these fairly tourist places. So I think it does make sense to learn Japanese, but I don't think it should stop you. If you have good manners and good intentions, I think the Japanese people are gonna appreciate you. Yeah, Japanese people are really, really like well-mannered people. I respect that. I respect the hell out of that. Owen says that there's a lot of US to see. I've done all but one of the New England states in California, but there's so much more to see. Yeah, 100%. Piukaraisier, I can imagine it's pretty mind-opening to move outside states for the first time. I bet so too. Like, I think anywhere you go in the States, you're gonna find some, you know, like some of that familiarity. So it's gonna be your restaurant change or I don't know, like common TV channels or something like that. So it's never gonna be like completely different. I think it's a wonderful thing. Like, it's kind of like for all of those people who have visited other countries, it is kind of like a magical and a scary thing when your plane lands And all the signs, all the talk that you hear, just like boom, different language, boom, like you just can't understand anything like all of a sudden. It's a wonderful kind of thing. It makes you feel so small. Like I remember when I landed, my first abroad trip was to Turkey, and I don't know if you guys know, but Finnish and Turkish cultures, very different thing. Like very different thing. We landed to Antalya back in like 2009 with my family. I was 18 by the time, and we went to this tourist place Alanya, and it was very like touristy and easy to start off when becoming a first time tourist. But it was so freaking, like I remember like our plane landed. And we like went to the airport, and we came out of the airport, and it's like boom. It's like the weirdest thing. This humidity and this like huge heat just like shocked us. Like we were from Finland, like the hottest we've ever gotten is like 30 degrees Celsius, and now boom, it was like crazy humid and just like 40 degrees Celsius. And the air isn't moving, and everything smells different, everything looks different, everyone speaks different. It was like, oh my god, where did we come to? I want to go home. I want to go home. But it is, I think it does open your eyes. It does open your eyes. Like there's a lot of different people out there, and I do believe in this fact that people are the same everywhere. Like we're talking about like the foundation of being a human. I think people are the same everywhere. They care about the same stuff. So once you like get over the cultural shocks and the language barriers, you start to realize that the people are the same, and it's a wonderful thing to talk to people from all over the world. We can find common things. There's way more things that we have in common that we have not in common. Bilayar83, thank you so much for the follow. Where are you from, my friend? We're talking about the world and all these different places. Japan is opening up to foreigners now. It's a great time to go, says Owen. Yeah, 100%. Koivu says that a friend of mine molded in Counter-Strike so hard she started learning Chinese and now has 14-day streak already. Hey, Chinese, definitely a good thing to learn. Bukara says that before NATO, we had a plan to declare war on Norway, surrender immediately, gain NATO alliance, the Finnish population is majority, gain oil riches, then conquer Sweden, because why not? What the hell is this story? Enrico says that I love learning the Japanese language, not doing it for travel. Matt Chubby says that I got one of them skiing trips I need to prepare for, but I got distracted when I saw Ruotsi. Honestly, I don't know why we call it Ruotsi. I don't know why we call it Ruotsi. Like, you're gonna see these Finnish versions of the country names, and a lot of them probably don't make any sense to you. So, for example, Germany, Belayer is from Germany. Hey, how's it going? Guten Tag or something. We call you Saksa. So, Germany is Saksa. And I actually know the origin of that. So, you guys used to have... I can't remember if it was like an area in Germany back in the day, like we're talking about hundreds of years ago, which was Saxon. Or you guys had like an area or a population that was like Saxon. And that's where we got Saxa from. So we call Germany Sax. And then, what else? From the Saxon people clan, I guess. Yes. Belayer knows what I'm talking about. Let's go. How's it going, Belayer? Nice to meet you. I am from Suomi, which is Finland. Torille. Let's go. By the way, we have our Eurovision like this national entry contest happening right now, And it's a big thing here in Finland. It's a big thing for me. I'm a big sucker for Eurovision Song Contest. I know. It's cheesy and it's quirky and there's a lot of these things to hate. But it's also the same thing there's a lot to love. And we've had our national contest now, and one of our strongest entries is partly in German. yeah. I don't know if I should show it to you because it's a little porno. It's a little porno. But we have this song called Ich komme, and it's exactly what it sounds like. I just want to show it a little bit. All right. I want to know what I want to know what Belair thinks. And all of you others as well. So this is what are we doing? Just said Lordy again. Hey, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of this so that we don't get DMCA'd or anything like that. But yeah, this is Ich komme. This is our Erika Wigman. This might represent us in the spring contest. Ilpo is now. No, it won't. I won't let it. Yeah, so so this is the song we're sending. If you guys wanna like investigate further, there's the link. I was a little bit uncertain how I felt about it, but now I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Investigate. Exactly, man. Exactly. Oh no, I'm sorry, Belair, from shocking you right out of the gate. Oh hey, look, it's 1:30. We're getting the spam again, as always. Just where the word Ruotsi comes from, about rowing in ancient Swedish. Really? Is that what it is? But yeah, Lordi. People might know or remember Lordi. We won back in 2006 with Hard Rock Hallelujah. It was a good day. I think I was like 14. When this came out. Hard Rock Hallelujah. It was a beautiful day. Hallelujah. Yeah, so we won, and we should send Lordi again. I agree. I completely agree. It was a wonderful day. We also won with Kärja. Yeah. I completely agree with this narrative. We had Cha-Cha-Cha like 2 years ago, and we were robbed by the Swedes. The Swedes, I'm looking at you. You and your Loreen. Come on. Let's just say it was cheating. Like, you guys cheated. It's unfair to put Loreen twice. Yeah. Mielenkiintoinen pina colada ja rata. Ilta on vielä nuori ja aikaa kumota. Täjäinen ulkokuori on aika tuhota. Let's go! Pidä kaksi käsi kiinni juomista niinku. En mieti huomista, kun tartun tuopista niinku. Hei, olla sekaisin ja vapaa huolista niinku. Ja mä jatkan kunnes sen enää pysy tuolissa niinku. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it. I used to listen to it a million times because by the time this song came out, my son was like a baby, and he really loved the song. He really loved the song, and we had a weird moment 2 years ago where he would stop crying when he heard Cha Cha Cha, and he would only eat if he heard Cha Cha Cha. So we were listening to it a lot. Like in my Spotify Wrapped 2023, it was only Cha Cha Cha. Yeah. So that was a weird year. That was a weird year. If I ever meet Kärjä in real life, I'm gonna thank him. He made our baby year possible. Okay. So we have a lot of wonderful people in the chat. I really love talking to you and learning about where the world and just like learning about your stories. We're gonna do this every day. So we have a stream every day, every Monday to Friday, starting roughly 10 to 11 a.m. Finnish time. So we do this often. So we can talk tomorrow as well. But I should do something. I haven't done jack shit today. This is all I've done. I have written these that the deadline is coming and that these are the things that I want to explore. And instead of that, I've been exploring the chat of Twitch. Owen says that when I was in Stockholm, I didn't get to go to ABBA Museum because it was flooded. No, ABBA is the best thing that has come out of Sweden before PewDiePie and In Flames. I'm just trying to think if there's another good thing that comes from. Well, we have Matt Chirpy, and we also have Super Chew from Sweden, if I remember correct. So there's a couple things to like really enjoy about Sweden. Exactly. Yeah. I know. So there's a few things you can appreciate. IKEA is pretty good. You get affordable furniture. We won't make it, I hate to break it to you. My sister was singing Harrak Hallelujah all the time. Now she's into rap. Belajar, our new friend from Germany, says that, I mean, outside of not being able to understand the context from the other words, it sounds okay to me. Not that I care too much about pronunciation anyway. I think the German language is one of those beautiful things that it's just easy to pronounce. I find German language to be easy to pronounce. Like if you compare it to Swedish, like Swedish is just like, let's just say it, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. It is this sing, like when you're talking Swedish, you need to sing. It's like la 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 la. And if you're talking Finnish, German, Italian, you can just like chill. You can chill. You can be monotone. You can do your thing and not be too excited about it. And Swedish, I like just cut the like, you know, the singing. All right, can we just cut it out? Sound is pretty pock. Yeah, you're welcome about sauna, by the way. Before Super Chew, Hikita came from Sweden and he made Ultra Kill, one of my favorite FPS games. Did you know that because of the song, all have names instead of ID numbers? Spotify is... What was the reply to? Tetra, by the way, good day. Are you feeling better already? I hope you are. So what was it? Finnish head cannon? Okay, I can't find what that was in reference to. IKEA is hell on earth, says Mad B. Yeah, it's like, I think IKEA would be fine if you went with the boys. But the thing is that you don't go furniture shopping with your boys. You go furniture shopping with your girls. And with the girls, it's hell. It is hell. Oh my God, it's absolutely hell. Because the thing is designed, like IKEA is designed to be this maze. And they are like these huge halls. They're like huge buildings. We're not talking about, like grocery shopping on your local market where you can walk from the first side to the last in like 5 minutes. No. When you're shopping in IKEA, they are like this 1 square kilometer of hall. And you go pick up like 2 things, but you get lost. And then you forgot about things, and then you become hungry, so you become grumpy, and now you're eating like IKEA balls, and then you gotta get back out there, and then you gotta pick up the stuff, and then you forgot about something. You cannot get out of IKEA in less than 4 hours. It takes at least 4 hours because of the maze, because of the design and cheap furniture. And those stupid glasses that are like literally cheap, like they're free of charge, so you gotta take some of those glasses. And now you have like all these stuff, and you gotta rent a freaking like this thing that goes back of your car. Like you gotta rent a van because you're not getting the stuff out. Oh man, yeah. Gays have it easy at IKEA. Yeah, like I'm telling you, gays have it best. Yeah. I think there's been a study about like divorce rates, and it's like hetero, like standard man-woman pairs have like 50% divorce ratio or something. Then lesbians is like 80%, and then like gays is like 0. It's like the gays are just like they're just happy, no women. So I think the gays have it best. Yeah. Yeah, I sometimes envy the gays. Big love from Finland. Big love to you guys. Oh man, they can go IKEA shopping and no one's bothering. Yeah, it must be good. IKEA has names instead of product IDs. Oh yeah, the stupid names of IKEA. Yeah. I wanna check the IKEA. So let's take a look at the IKEA names. All right. They are something else. All right, so we're gonna take a look at some of the. All right, well we have Samla, yeah, Kallax. I think this Kallax has been a thing for as long as I've been around. You buy like everyone has these blocky bookshelves or whatnot. Ekeneset. Pucaro has 3 of them, exactly. Like they are so cheap. It is like it makes sense to grab like a couple of those. Yeah, Strandmån. That looks like if your troll friend was stranded in a beach. It was like Strandmån. Havberg. It's like the sea something. Some of those names are so random. Yeah. Boing. What? That actually looks kind of comfy. The thing is that they kind of look comfy. Like, why is that cutting board or whatever called fascinat? Fascinera? I don't know, man. It's the smallest cutting board. Like, you can literally just almost fit a bread. Super just like. Why is it called ekorre? Squirrel. What? It's a moose. That's an elk. That's a moose. Why is it called a squirrel? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's like you guys wanna be made fun of. Outrageous. Oh man, imagine putting your kid to that. Imagine. Call it elk. Yeah. The designers probably don't speak Swedish. True. Yeah. Kurre på rocking moose. I think they just have some naming department that doesn't actually speak Swedish. Yeah. That's like we have some international Finnish brands. You probably haven't heard of them, but you probably have seen them. We have this thing called Marimekko. And this is the infamous and the famous, not infamous, it's a famous, like, what is it? kind of like this flowery texture, flowery thing. You've probably seen these everywhere. It's Finnish. It's like very popular and a big thing internationally. And you know, Marimekko used to be about quality. Like we had really high quality. I think they were like made in Finland. Like the fabric was thick. Like it would literally last like from mother to daughter kind of thing. And I think Marimekko, I'm not sure, I could be talking out of my ass, but I think they don't do these in Finland anymore. And the fabric quality has gone downhill like hell. And what we are now like selling everywhere is kind of like this cheap fabric that breaks. It's a shame. And I think it's gonna be the same with IKEA as well. Like it just makes sense to have things outsourced somewhere. If you call IKEA headquarters, they're probably gonna answer you in India. Moomin! Yeah, that's another Finnish thing. Honestly, this is just the equivalent of people using a different language they don't and saying something funny. Yep. Matt Sherpy says that I think they cut a Swedish dictionary into pieces, put it all in a raffle and pick random words. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Only Finnish products I know is Moomin. Yeah. Moomin. Moomin is another thing. Like everyone in Finland knows Moomin. It's like a brilliant show. It's kind of an anime. Like I know this is gonna sound weird, but it's kind of an anime. It's from a Finnish writer called Tuve Jansson. She was like crazy influential. Like Tuve Jansson was actually helping Tolkien with Hobbits, and I think she read like you know, the early works of Tolkien. So Tuve Jansson was literally like helping Tolkien make Lord of the Rings. And Tuve Jansson also, yeah, exactly, super true. So the original Moomin animation was made by Japanese people, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think so. And it's this beautiful piece of animation. And Tuve Jansson actually, like, I think she was trying to make the ugliest thing she could think of to represent, I think it was her sister. I could be wrong again. I'm sorry, I'm not really good about these things. And that's how she came up with Moomin. So they are kind of like these trolls. So yeah, I think this is like one of the original work, and I think it was made by Japanese people. And yeah, the characters, it's like really like this old school, you know, like painted graphics, just beautiful timeless animations. And this was one of the movies like that scarred a lot of people in Finland. So this was a movie, and it was about this comet that was like approaching, and the comet was like crazy big, like holy shit, the freaking comet, look at this. Like this scared the shit out of everyone when we were kids. And can we watch this whole paper blanket? Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. And what you gotta know about Moomin is that they kinda they went capitalist. So there's this organization that owns the rights to the Moomin brand. So they are literally like, they are spamming money. They are farming. They are farming, guys. They are doing everything you can with the Moomin characters. And I'm not a huge fan of it. Like they do everything in the Moomin brand. Even though I really do like the original, you know, the writing, the original characters, the original animations. They were huge in UK. Oh, really? I didn't know. Yeah, but it's the weirdest thing. Like, there is this mug collection that have the Moomin brand and the Moomin art, and they are huge in Finland, and they are huge apparently elsewhere as well. I have a Norwegian like a friend couple who are like crazy about the Moomin mugs. But yeah, this is made by Tove Jansson originally. This was her, born 1940. She had a long life, man. She had a long life. She basically like 87 years old, if I calculated that correct. Discord watch party for that. Let's go. Maybe. You should join our Discord to find out. Swedish Ronja Rönnbergsdotter, first kid movie with tons of dicks. What? Yeah, we call it Ronja Rövartytär. We call it Ronja Rövartytär, which is exactly what I said you wrote. It's by Astrid Lindgren. Astrid Lindgren was badass. Yeah, I think Astrid Lindgren is like our Tove Jansson. Probably better known abroad. Probably better known. Didn't Astrid Lindgren do Peppi Pitkä Tossu, which is what is it in Swedish? What is it in Pippi Långstrump? Yeah, Pippi Långstrump. Yeah. A huge thing in Finland back in the day as well. It's by Astrid Lindgren. Yeah, very influential. So she was born in 1907, and she had a crazy long life as well. Like, what the hell? She's almost 100 years old. How do they do it? Like, freaking women, am I right? Freaking women just like living so long. That was vampire, yeah. Yeah, so what did she like? She did Pippi Långström. Vahtramäe Emil I Lönneberga or something. Yeah, everyone knows this in Finland. And then you have Ronja Rövardotter, Katto Kassinen, Carlson, Talket, something like that. Yeah, I know all of these. Oh, Mio Poikani Mio. We read this when I was a kid. It's like, what is it in Swedish? Mio min Mio. Yeah, I didn't know it was by Astrid Lindgren. I didn't know that. Damn you Swedes. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot. Turkish pepper. Yes. This is the shit. Like this is the one. I hear that this is actually originally from Denmark. I think it was originally from Denmark, which makes no sense because it's called Turkish pepper. Yeah, we Fatser bought it, and I love these. These are really good with coffee. Just put one on like inside your mouth and drink coffee. It's really good. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think it was Danish as well. Yeah. Vahtramäe Emily, yeah. Salty licorice, yeah. Best salty licorice you're gonna find is called Super Salmiakki. This is the best. This is hands down the best salmiakki there is, and salmiakki is salty licorice in Finnish. This is the best thing. These are the ones that stick to your teeth, and it's really annoying. And just when you get it out of your tooth, you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have another one. I guess I could go for another one, even though you hated it like 5 seconds before. Yeah. Nordic have a lot of kid writers like Jose Andersen. Ah, man, what? I just forgot about Andersen. So he is, I'm sorry. I was stuck in the previous ones. Jose Andersen, hardcore Andersen, like he went hardcore, you know. So he was Danish, known for stories, fairy tales. So there was Little Mermaid. What is this? What is this in English? Keiserens nye klæder. So it's like the Emperor's New Clothes, I think. Emperor's New Clothes. And this is the Ugly Duckling or something. Den Grimme Ølling. I don't know. I don't know the freaking Danish with their weird letters. Yeah, this guy was playing hardcore when everyone else was playing a regular game mode. Yeah. Wasn't it like a Hans Christian? Yeah, Hans Christian, yeah. Damn, that's cool. I want to have like these cool initials, like hardcore. Hey, I'm really happy about these conversations we got. If there's any new viewers, please consider dropping a follow. We're doing this daily. We're doing this every workday. Okay, so I think what we could do with the little time we have is kind of like think about this. So let's do a little bit of a debug console. We're making like crazy progress today. That's fine. Like we still have time until the alpha release. So we're just vibing with the boys, vibing with the boys. Debug console. Let's start working on this. So what would it look like? Like I'm kind of thinking of making like a separate. Making like a separate UI element. So maybe we'll have like a shortcut in the player controller. So if you're an editor and you press like, I don't know, like you press like F6 or something. What is a log button? I don't know. You press like F6 and then what you get is this kind of like this UI. And what I would like to have is probably some buttons. Maybe we want to have some buttons where you can spawn stuff. Maybe you can spawn a little bit of something. Maybe you can. I would like to have a list of players online. So we would have like player 1, player 2, and then we would have a little bit of moderation. So you could like boot them out. You could disconnect them or you could kick them. As I said, just make a pure console app / band name, item name. I think that would be cool. I have no idea how to do that though. I have no idea. Enrico is like, I said this before, but it's funny and I don't think you saw it, but there's one guy who tattooed the Japanese word itai on himself, which means ouch. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Started upgrade progress from Unity 5.6 to Unity 6. 807 errors to fix. Oh my god. Oh shit. That's pretty bad. One text area, one input. Alright, so what does that require? Like if we do like a console, okay, so you have like the text field, like an input text field, and you can write here anything, blah 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 blah, parser, and most errors are unit NGO related. Let's see if we can find a little bit of something. So Unity building like a console. Console app or something. Let's see if we can find first console app C# basics for Unity. Creating a cheat console. I think this is like kind of the thing we're kind of looking for. How to create a developer console. That's more like it. 200 views. Do we trust 200 views? Console write line learn C#. Damn cheaters. So what is this about?
Mode on to you. I think now we've all experienced the guide. In this video, we're going to build. I've got a small little environment here. For demo purposes, I've put a very basic...
Good but bad dev. For first, I was like, you have a good but you're a bad dev. Oh, that's a funny name. Welcome to the channel. We are developing the game of the year 2025. This is the place where the RuneScape refugees can come to, because we are kind of creating this RuneScape inspired game, successor for RuneScape. Most honest name ever, yeah. Fractured but whole.
Scene together where you spend some money and spawn a character that randomly walks around. The player can spawn about 10 folk before running out of money. Now in the editor, we can just go in and hack the amount of money in the inspector.
Yeah.
We can also easily clear out all of our characters from the screen. However, if we were testing this in a build, there's no way we could access this. And if I'm just testing
it's gonna be like
runes, and I don't want to play the rest of the game, I'm going to need a way to handle this.
Or maybe it's gonna be like
One
runes.
solution is to just hard-code some cheat keys in to run these functions, but it's kind of annoying and awkward. This is where a debug console can come in handy, as it will allow us to enter commands to perform specific functions, such as spawning a new character or changing how much gold we have. Let's create a new script.
Now I want a
This script will hold the logic for drawing our debug console and handling our debug commands. So first things first, let's start by allowing the user to bring up a debug console on screen. At the top of our script, let's create a boolean called show console. I'm using the new input actions here, and I've mapped the key to the little backwards apostrophe thing, which in making this video, I looked up the proper name for and discovered it's called the grave accent. So that's what the key is, I suppose. And so when this key is pressed, we will
Good but
toggle
bad
the
dev. What is RuneScape? Now that is a philosophical question. RuneScape, obviously, one of the greatest games ever made, one of the best games ever made. And I'm gonna show you, all right? I'm gonna show you. This is gonna be very powerful. So try to hold on to something. Maybe you have a chair or something. But we have this video that starts right away. Are you ready? Are you ready?
The RuneScape Classic is the best game. The 3-hit combat. The winner takes it all PvP. Basically inventing Battle Royale before it was popular. Pre-rendered 2.5D graphics. Iconic world.
Yeah, so that's the intro of my first devlog video that we did. We're gonna do a new video after the alpha release, so in a couple of weeks we're gonna do a new video. So basically, this is RuneScape Classic. It was released in the turn of the century and millennium, whatever. It was one of the first like really popular MMORPGs. It played in browser, and you had these paper-like characters in a 3D world, and you would be doing all the things that you do in an RPG game, but it had all these other players in it. It was absolutely massive. It was absolutely beautiful. It was such a success that they made a RuneScape 2, which unfortunately was even bigger than the classic one. And classic kind of withered away. There was, I guess they kept the servers going for quite a while. Even I think they actually like closed the servers in 2018, if I know correctly. But the RuneScape 2 became this bigger thing, and then they came up with RuneScape 3, and they booted the RuneScape 2, like rebooted it and made it old school RuneScape. Yeah, it's a huge online game, basically. That's what it is. That is what it is.
Console variable.
Hey, I hope that answered your question.
Now we need to actually draw the console whenever show console is true. So in our onGUI method, let's check to see if it is true, and if it is, let's draw a box at the top of the screen. So now we have our box toggle. Let's create a string and a text field for our user to type into.
GUI. What is that? What is this GUI.box? What is that? Is that some sort of like a built-in Unity thing?
All right, our command input is ready. Let's look at building.
Owen Dev says that I do remember playing RuneScape Classic after they restricted it to people who had logged in recently, but that was long before 2018. I guess they shut it down when the company was sold. Yeah, I watched a video not that long ago about the RuneScape Classic's ending, and I think the official reason, I can't remember what it was. Like it's kind of a bummer to like bring it up and not remember. But I think they gave like an official reason, but people were like, "Nah, you just can't, like it doesn't make sense money wise, or it's like buggy as hell or something like that." It was, I think they just basically let it go. Nobody was developing it anymore, and there were like a bunch of cheaters and whatnot. Old guy system before the GUI system. So does anyone have experience with this GUI thing?
Out the logic for commands themselves. We're going to build a structure for commands that is mostly agnostic and acts as a dummy to just hold command data. The controller itself will handle what the command does and how it passes the data from the text input. To do this, let's create a new script called debug command. In here, let's create a new class called debug command base. Here we'll add 3 strings that will be required by all of our debug commands: a command ID, which will be used to call the command, a command description, which will explain what the command does, and then a command format string that will tell the user how to actually format the command parameters. With that, it's time to set up our first debug command class, which will extend from this base class. The idea with these debug command classes is for them to be as generic as possible so that we can use the class for multiple actions. At the start of the class, we'll create an action property called command, and in our constructor, we'll pass in our base parameters and also a command to invoke. We'll then create an invoke method, which can invoke the command. So now let's take a look at how we can use this to create a debug command in our controller that removes everyone on screen. In our controller script, let's create a new static debug command called kill
there is.
all,
it's kind of like a
objects called
private pirate server. Yeah, I actually played it for a little while.
I'll assign the command and add it to the command list. The action we're passing here is just a method in my controller script called kill all heroes. When a hero is created, their game object is added to the list, so this method simply destroys any game object in that list when it's called.
Alright, so this guy is really cooking.
And for old time's sake, let's also add a debug command called Rosebud that adds 1,000 gold whenever it's called. And then let's add that to our command list too. So now we have 2 commands we can use, which means that we need to tell our controller to read the text input, and when it sees the command kill all or Rosebud, to invoke the right action from the list.
Pretty cool.
Let's create a method here called handle input. I've also added an onReturn method to the input actions, so that when the return key is pressed and the console is showing, it can actually trigger the handle input method. And then to handle our input, we need to actually pass the input string. So let's iterate over our command list and get the debug command base object from each entry. Then let's check to see if the input string contains the command ID. And if it does, we'll cast the command into a normal debug command and then invoke it. Essentially, we're testing to see if the type of the object fits the cast here. And then if it does, we cast the object back to its original form and then invoke it. Back in Unity, we should now be able to type the commands into our debug window and have our actions invoked. If I type in Rosebud, I gain some money, and if I type in the kill all command, all of the heroes get.
I wonder how this is gonna like play out in multiplayer environments. Like, do we like send them to the server with RPC calls? Like how do we handle these things? Like, we won't be able to spawn or despawn or disconnect anyone. Yeah, so I guess we gotta do them with RPC calls. Yeah.
Destroyed. And this is pretty much the base point. From here, it's easy enough to create all sorts of cheat keywords with specific actions involved. For instance, we could create another keyword called spawn that adds enough money and spawns a hero. As long as we define it and add it to the list, the handle input method will automatically process it. Currently, our system is limited, however, because it requires a fixed keyword to perform a fixed function, but some actions might need to be a bit more specific. For instance, what if we want to actively set how much gold we have? Let's take a look at how we can extend our system to handle that. We can actually implement a version of the debug command to take in a generic type as part of the action, like this. So now we have an alternative class type that can take any type as a parameter to the action. Back in our controller, let's create a new debug command with an int called setGold and define it like so. Final thing we need to do is set up our handle input method to be able to manage this type of command. We can do that by creating a string array and splitting the array wherever there's a space.
This is quite complicated. Surprisingly sophisticated.
Now we can use the setGold command to define how much gold we have. You should be able to see here that we're using generic typing to control what our string parameters should be passed as, but we're using the command itself to handle what to do with those parameters. It's an incredibly dynamic system that allows us to pass through all sorts of data from the console. There's one final thing to do though, because trust me, as your game grows, you probably won't remember all of these commands. Let's add a help option to display a list of all the available commands. We'll create a new bool at the top of our controller here called show help. Then let's add a command for it. This will simply set show help to true when called. Next, in our GUI method, let's check to see if show help is true and then draw a box to print our help messages. Okay, that's good. Now we need to actually print the messages. In our script, let's use a scroll view to fit and print each message.
I hope he shares these project files. I kinda don't wanna write these. This will be nice for the long run, but in editor you can of course do the same things easier. Yeah,
So now whenever we use the help command, all of our available commands are printed in our window alongside the descriptions of what they do. Valuable for players or members on the team who are looking for a quick hack without needing to dig into the code. The only thing they probably need to know is to type help in the first place, but I'll leave that one for you to figure out. So that's about it for this video. Obviously there's...
Well, you really nailed it, dude. Game dev guide, I really appreciate that. Do you share your project files? You don't? Are you a monster? Oh, that's a bummer. I'm gonna take the like away. I'm gonna take the like away for you not sharing those because I don't want to write that. I don't want to do that. Yoink, it's mine now. So yeah, I guess there's nothing really here. La, 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 la. Huh. ChatGPT, save us. Yeah, that's I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a little extensive. It's a little extensive, don't you think? I think we like what kind of commands are we looking at? I think so I think we could do like so basically the commands that we could use are kind of like this kick player, and then maybe like add into inventory kind of like thing. So add into inventory. So you would be adding whatever name you want, item name or ID into your inventory. That's one thing. And what else? What else do we need? What else do we need? I guess spawning NPCs. Like spawn. But I think spawn NPCs and spawn loot on the ground. Spawn loot to the ground. I think these are the ones that I can think of that would make sense. Yeah. Those are basically it. All right. So should we do something like this that this guy did? I think it's gonna take quite a long time for him to
for multiple
copy this code, which is a bummer in my opinion. So what did he do? I think like a message all, give item, kick, spawn NPC, teleport player, mute, reset NPCs, message all. I think that would be pretty cool if you could like do announcements. I think that announcement is kind of cool. Like you could like do server-wide announcement. I think that's pretty cool idea. Reset NPCs. Yeah, so I guess that would be like despawn enemy, despawn or reset NPCs. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. So that's actually quite a lot of things, really. I think this is gonna be like 1 to 2 days job. So if we're like really getting into this, it's gonna take us this week. I'm still kind of like torn. Maybe we will do just the UI window where we're gonna list the players. Maybe turn off system if there's a glitch like duping. Turn off system. What do you mean? So let's do let's start working on our kind of like own solution. I think we might do something like this command prompt as well. In addition to it, but I think some buttons might be just easier to get started with, really. I think it's just gonna be easier. So into the game UI, disable crafting. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool to do it. So let's go inside the scene layout. And inside game UI, we're gonna do a new window, basically. Disable trading. Yeah, those would make sense in my opinion. So let's just do a new... I'm just gonna copy like salvage station UI, and this is gonna be our console window, console UI. And just gonna remove that and make it so. And this is gonna go to like top left, and it's gonna be like full screen there. I've done a few private servers. Cool. What did you learn? All right, let's do a little bit of a padding there, like 20 and 20, minus 20. Okay, so this is gonna be our debug. So let's change this name. Debugging. Our console, and let's just get rid of this what's inside. Let's get rid of what's inside. It's gonna be like that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a couple of buttons here so we can get started. Just a couple of buttons, really. So for example, we are gonna have a button or a button. This is gonna be like, what would it be like? What's the one that we, I don't know, like people are shit and tend to be sneak and abuse all systems. Yeah, that's 100% what's gonna. We're gonna see some of that in the future, 100%. Maybe not so much for this alpha version yet. So let's spawn. What should we spawn? What should we spawn? What should we spawn? Let's try to like spawn a random item to the ground. Spawn random item. Spawn random item to the ground. And spawn random item. Make the button much bigger. And let's put you to top left. Top left. Spawn random item. Something like that. Something like that. All right. And then I would like to have like a list of all the players. A list of all the players. And I wonder how that's gonna work out. So we need access to the players. And I wonder how to do that. Unity netcode for game objects. Get the list of players. Best way to get all connected players objects on local client. Sounds about right. Hello, from what I've tried on client, connected callback works also in the client. Anyway, you could try making it so that every time a new client joins, he calls in our server RPC function, calls client RPC function, and pass both functions his player object reference. Yeah. I did something very similar. The only change I'd suggest is that the function argument for the client RPC cannot be a game object. It should be either a network object reference. Yeah. You could create a custom network variable that holds all the necessary information, lists of client plus their health reference. You use the on-client connected callback on the server to fill this list. Like all the clients will be in sync no matter if they spawn late. On the client you read from that specific list. I haven't worked with the network list yet, but that could also be an alternative. So this could work. So basically the server would have this a list of the players. And then you could like read it if you were an editor. I think that could work. I think that could work basically. To give you another option, you can take advantage of the event callbacks provided with network objects. By default, all player objects will spawn on all clients, so you can grab a reference to them in their network spawn event, or just register them with the UI. You can also use the onValue changed event of a network variable to be informed when the health value changes. Yeah, all right. If you want to keep a permanent reference for each player, you could create something like this. Dictionary of uint player, a public dictionary uint player gets player set player value. And add this to on network spawn, player manager instance, player add, player ID this. I do like that. I do like that. Maybe we'll do like that. Player manager. Yeah. I do like that. Should this be inside the debug menu, or Like, am I gonna need a reference to the other players in the future? Is it like, is it helpful to have this information on like every client? It may be. It may be helpful. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna do a new manager. This is gonna be called player manager. And we're just gonna go ahead and put it over here. And let's change the layout. Player manager, we're gonna go into scripts. And we are gonna do a new monoscript. Hey, I'm William. How's it going, William? So this is gonna be called player manager. You can do a Fog of War like league. I am open to creating a Fog of War at some point. Yeah, it's not a bad suggestion. I think it may be a good idea. Sup, my friend? Hey, I'm doing good. I've had a wonderful stream. We got a fat rated earlier, and I think we've had some amazing people here. How about you, William? Where are you from? Most of us here are from Finland, but we are growing international. Montreal, really? Damn, that's cool. Montreal, Quebec, Canada, right? Let's freaking go. Do you watch Canadians? Do you watch the Habs? You guys took in Montreal Canadiens. You took Patrick Laine. You probably heard of him if you watch hockey. Not a huge fan of watching hockey. Oh man, that's too bad. They are really good. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable to watch the Habs now because you guys bought Patrick Laine, a Finnish player. He had a lot of trouble in the recent years, but now you kind of like gave him a new life. You gave him a new career, and you guys have been absolutely like the Habs fan, top notch. Like honestly, I think he has really like ignited. He's been kind of like given a new life, and it's been really enjoyable to watch. So big shout out to your local ice hockey team. The new players, young, and the dynamics really fun. Oh, this guy is really good. Yeah, he's got like crazy sniping skills. He's absolutely like world class. But hey, nice to meet you, man. So if you don't watch ice hockey, what do you do? Okay, so what am I doing? So we're kind of gonna copy this thing here. So we're kind of gonna copy these things that this is gonna hold a dictionary of all the players, and we are gonna be adding players to this list. And then we are also going to so player class is gonna be player ID, and when they spawn we are gonna add a player by the player ID, player ID, get player ID value, set player ID value. It's gonna be interesting. Music and sound design. Hey, that's cool stuff. I'm a big sucker for games music, like game music and games sound design. Big sucker. I don't do it myself. I haven't done it. We're gonna do it for our game later on. But that's really cool. I think sound design and like game music really underappreciated. Super underappreciated. I think if you have an amazing game, it's not gonna be an amazing game without amazing sounds, amazing music. So it's really important. Tell me how I can convince my wife to move there. It's they speak French there, so maybe you can convince that you have the language of love. 50% visual, 50% sound. Yeah, I kind of agree. The list is also good to show how many players are on the server, like 10 to 50. Yeah. So let's put this thing inside the player manager. So the player manager is gonna be it's gonna be a singleton, so we should probably do it like this. And we're gonna import dictionary. We're gonna have a dictionary called, let's call this like player dictionary or something like that. And it's gonna hold the network IDs. And this is gonna be the actual dictionary of player dictionary. And there are declarations that seem to have names related to the name of the type to be renamed. Yeah, okay. Player dictionary. Okay, so that's not what you want. that's not what you want. Okay, so maybe this is just gonna be called players, and this is gonna be called player dictionary. Is this fine? Is this fine? All right, so it changed the name to players dictionary. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is completely fine. Okay, so now we need a way for the new players to kind of like subscribe to it. And I suppose we kind of need, we're probably going to need something that's going to disconnect them as well, right? So what this guy had done is that he basically had like a player class that is within every player. And they have this on network spawn. And they are subscribing to like if their health is changed, blah blah blah. And the UI manager instance add player, so they are adding their ID into this UI manager thing. And add these on network spawn, player manager instance player, add player ID, this, yeah. So I think that should work basically to add them. Well, how we're gonna do this, I think we can just do it in player state, can't we? We can just do this in player state. Player state. So if we are so if we're not bots, I suppose we can do it like here. We can do it right here, right? So player manager instance. Why isn't that working? It is a singleton. Player, yeah, it was different name, it wasn't it? Player add player ID. So I guess this needs to be. Are you doing like a player register? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. So I'm working on my own game, and I want to do this kind of like console solution, so that we have a little bit of moderation tools. I don't want to end up in a situation where somebody comes in crashing our alpha tests and just ruining it for everyone. So I want there to be a way to kick people. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Like, why is it like that? So player manager instance player. What did we name it? It's players dictionary, I think. Players dictionary cannot access private field. So what is it? Player dictionary. Add, and then we're gonna need this player ID. And they had this public uint, like I think it's a longer int or something. Or what is uint? What is uint? It's a variable type. Get player ID value, set player ID value, and we are setting it. Where are we setting it? Where are we setting this? We gotta set this, right? Player manager instance player add blah blah blah. Network variable uint player ID new network variable uint. Where is that value being like set? Am I blind? Am I losing my mind? All right, well, let's just. It's basically int with really big max value that can be negative. Yeah, so it's like the positive. It's kind of like the positive. So let's put it over here somewhere. Public uint player ID gets player ID value. And so this is gonna be the network variable. Player ID new network variable uint. Yeah. So I suppose this needs to be set. So player ID is, can we do like network object network ID or something like that? I can network object ID. Isn't it like this? Cannot convert shows oolong to uint, so it's not the same. So what am I like not getting here? What am I not getting here? So we're doing this network variable player ID, and then we on network spawn we are doing the thing. We're adding player ID. Player ID is getting value out of this. Where do I get the value? Network manager on client connected callback. Yeah, is it like I don't think it's uint, isn't it? I think it's the long one, and it's the network object ID or whatever. So I think this is supposed to be the long public long. And now am I just like dumb, or isn't this simply that like this is supposed to be this? Cannot convert source type long to target type netcode network variable long. So is it just long then? Yeah. So I think it is long. No, it is u long. It is actually it's actually u long. Yeah, u long is even bigger than uint. Yeah. So isn't that it? Like, so this is a u long now, but it still says that cannot convert u long to target type. You need to netcode network variable u long. Okay, so what's the problem now? Player ID value. Right. Oh man. Player ID value, I think that's correct. So now it's this u long. Okay. And it's a u long here as well. But here it's now. So yeah, this is wrong now. So this needs to be The long, I guess. All right, is that correct now? Is that correct? Are you happy? Are you happy, Unity? No. Player state is not set to the... Yeah. So I think we're gonna be holding the player states. I think it makes sense. The player state is literally like holding everything. So let's change this to player state. All right, does that work? Does that work? Am I getting a bunch of errors? Am I getting a bunch of errors now? All right, so we are now setting the value and we are adding it to the player dictionary. Cool. I think that's might just work. Now then on the we can test it out if it's working. We can test it out in the console. What did we name the console? Console UI. So it doesn't have any script yet. So let's add a console manager or something. Let's add something like console manager. It's just gonna be console. I hope that isn't like a protected thing. And over here we're gonna add the console. This is gonna be a singleton. And so what I want this to do is to print all the players that are online, and I think it could be kind of like this UI element that is, you know, it's printing. But let's start off with just printing the names basically. So this is gonna be, I suppose this is gonna be those things that when this is gonna be run on client. It's gonna be, what is there like this? If editor, if Unity editor. Yeah, we're gonna do, everything is gonna be in your editor. If we are in editor, and we need a show kind of thing. So let's do public void show console, and this is going to be enabling the private game object console parent. We're gonna be setting the console parent set active into true, and we're gonna do hide console. And it's gonna be the same thing, but other way around. I think this could be the toggle console, to be honest, because I kind of wanna do, you know, like press one button and it puts it on and puts it closed. So private pool console is on, and we're gonna just flip the console is on. Do it like this. All right, so this is gonna be the very basic of it. This is gonna be the very basic of it, and we are gonna be calling this from player controller. So basically inside handle inputs. I guess we're not gonna check that, so we're just gonna do like console check or something. Console check. And we're gonna take this. If input get, is it get button down? And we're gonna put this to like is this the way it works? I can't remember. Let's do like F7 or F6. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Get mouse button down. I guess we haven't done a lot of these keyboard things. Have we? What's the proper way of checking for F6 button on keyboard? Let's ask AI quickly. So it's key input, get key down. Oh, man. All right, so this should work. And we're gonna do a console. We're gonna do console instance toggle console. All right, so that should be it. And we're gonna do this. So this is gonna be if editor, like, okay, so can't you do this? Key code F6, yeah. Can't I put it here, the if console, if Unity editor? Can I do it here? Let's kind of do a double check. Kind of like double check, so you can't do that. Put this to the end, we don't need to see it often. So I think that might work, so let's just go ahead and try it out. Let's just try it out. Let's try it out. So we are gonna go inside our game again, and we should see the console parent, so we're gonna be hiding... we're gonna be hiding this main parent, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and... yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. This is fine. So we can disable this. I don't think we're gonna be needing canvas group here. You can also put the if editor checks around the method definition so that it doesn't exist in the builds. That sounds smart. Do you mean that like you can do it like in here, like here? This doesn't exist. Yeah. All right. So that's really good. That's really good. Okay. If we have some sketchy dev tools that can be accessed with shortcuts, here's the place for that. All right. Now Let's try it out. Let's try it out. So now we should get with a press of F6. We should see the console. Let's see if that is the case. Let's see if that is the case. Damn, time is running fast. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All right. So that works. So we got some sort of so player manager, instance player, dictionary add. We got a null ref. Object not set to an instance of an object. So what was not set? This isn't called. How is it not called? Didn't I do player ID? Or does it need to be like this? Player ID. Is that better? Is that better? Are you happy now? So basically, what I want inside the inside here. What I want inside of here. So let's enable this. So it turns out this doesn't print to the front. So we have that cross. We can take that away. This isn't like at the. It doesn't sort to the top. How do we fix that? Can we do like a sorting group here? Drag the console UI to the top of hierarchy. That probably makes more sense. So let's do this. Or isn't I think isn't it like on the bottom? Bottom is the top, right? I know that doesn't make much sense, but isn't it the bottom that is then the top, you know? La 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 la. Let's try this around. So if we press, you know, it's still okay. We're getting a null ref still, so like this thing is on top, so that's kind of silly. It's kind of silly, and this didn't get fixed. I don't know, maybe that works. So how does the... does that have some sort of override? Yeah, let's have a look at the name change. Where did I do that? I think it's under player. I'm just blanking. Where is the player? Oh, there it is. So underneath player, do we have the name tag parent? So where are? How is this handled? Nothing really here. So this just goes over everything. This just goes over everything. Like what? What? Maybe I'll move it. Maybe I'll just move it to like bottom right or something. Alright, you're gonna go there now. And the actual name tag, like what is going on here? Oh my god. Alright, so I'm moving you guys. I'm moving. You're gonna come over here. What a nice time to be alive. Alright. I don't know how that's gonna look like. It's probably gonna be pretty garbage looking. But that should fix the underlying issue that we had, that we didn't understand fully. Hey, Rami Rotta has joined Discord. Welcome. Okay, so now we have the name tag over there, and by pressing F6, we're gonna get this console. Nice. Okay. So this thing is a pain in the ass. This is a pain in the ass. I think we're doing it a little bit too hard. I think we're just doing this too difficult. Let's just get rid of these. And we are just gonna add network object, network ID, and that's it basically. There's no way this isn't gonna work. There's absolutely no way that's not gonna work. And now we're gonna do the console. So we're toggling console, and what are we doing here is that let's update the UI on the true. Let's update the UI here. Right, I think it has to be here. And we're gonna do a new method. And what are we gonna do? We need a nice way to print out stuff. So what should it be like? Text Mesh Pro. Text Mesh Pro. Like player lists or something like this. Then we are just going to. We're just gonna do a simple thing here. So we're gonna go and get the player list from Player Manager. Player dictionary. Player dictionary. And I think we can do like a for each loop out of the player dictionary. And basically print. So in the Text Mesh Pro, so it's gonna be the player list or whatever. Text. Can we do like plus? Value pair. Let's try like value pair. Key is gonna be the. So how did it go? So we have the ID and then we have the player state. So if we do the value, and then we should be able to access like all of them. So we have something like name, I think. Let's check it out. I think under player states, we have some sort of name, player tag. So we should be able to access the player tag here. Player tag. And I wonder how did the rich text work? I think we used the rich text somewhere. We used it somewhere. Just can't remember where. Where did we use it? Value pair, value player tag plus, I don't know, like. Just can't remember. Just can't remember. I'm printing player tag strings. All right, so I want to do it so that every nickname is on its own line. So what we are gonna do is string builder player tags, new string builder, and then we're gonna add the string into that. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know if that's gonna work. String builder needs to be imported. So this isn't convertible, so let's try to do it to string. And that way we're gonna add it there. So let's see how that works. No idea. No idea. So we need to do a text mesh here. I don't know if that's the best way to handle this. I think we're gonna do like we're gonna actually like instantiate some sort of elements to represent the players. So this is gonna go here, and we're just gonna like stretch it out like this. We're just gonna stretch it out like that, and that's basically it. Player list. All right. Does it work? Does it work? Let's just do a little bit of a private void start to set the console parent into false. So I don't need to do that every time if it's not. If it's not. La 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 la. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, guys. Okay, so boom. Not set to an instance of an object. Oh my fucking god. Let me just let me have this. Player state 121. So this one. So I don't know if there ever was a problem. I think it's somewhere else. So we're getting, but we're never setting. So what's going on with the player manager? Player manager, where are you? Player manager. Is there anything going around? Anything happening here? No. So I have the dictionary. And you can get it here. Holy, got my first raid on Twitch today. 155 viewers, hard skip 5 beats, Potter music. That is a crazy feeling. I remember how that felt like. How did you handle it? Did you handle it with grace? Did you manage to make people stick around? Okay, so there is a problem that this player manager this player dictionary isn't being accessed. Player dictionary add. Are you initializing it? No. No, I guess not. Can I just do like a new here? Like new? No. Yeah, like how? Wait. I hate these kind of like, you know, like forum posts. I hate these kind of forum posts. They always confuse me. So how do I initialize that? Like 50 to 70 people tuned like 1.5 hours. Pottery music, that is absolutely nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Congrats. Big congrats, man. Big congrats. What kind of content do you do, Pottery music? I don't think we've ever like visited you. You should be able to write like new dictionary, like right? But I can't. It's not. Okay, it's just. I don't fucking know. I don't freaking know, guys. I don't freaking know. So was that the reason why nothing worked? Was that the reason why nothing worked? Hey, go check out Pottery Music. I'm gonna go check him out as well. Alright, so we got that, and it is not correct. So we kind of like see that, yeah, it is in fact string 128 bytes. So I wonder how you handled that. Player tag. Was it like value? Yeah, so you need to take the value. Alright, let's try that. So inside console, player tag, value to string. Let's try that. Let's try that. Yay. Alright, we have Weed and Lush. Even though my name is K-Man Fee. Alright, so that works. I mostly stream FL Studio. When I stream, we make music together. Our followers get to be involved in making a song and learn. Idea is based on me putting my followers' ideas and wishes into project, and then we make a finished song. Oh man, that's super cool. That's super cool. What kind of music do you do? Oh, that's super cool. So that works. Now we have let's try to do a build. Let's try to do a build and see if it works with 2 players. So let's do build profiles. What are we running on? Windows, new Windows profile. This is active. Okay, so let's try to do a build here. Welcome, Vittu69. How's it going? Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna go into Windows builds. This is gonna be a new SOT alpha build of 22nd of January 2025. I wonder where you're from, dude. I don't know if we're gonna do lunch break today, by the way. I started so late and the stream's gonna be so short, so I think I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna be trying to hang on for a little while, and then I'm gonna go eat and quit the stream. Tomorrow's gonna be hopefully a longer stream. Yeah, the lunchtime was kind of like involved in the breakfast. Kind of it was there. So my genres I do is trance and hardstyle. I also do techno-based music, but in stream it doesn't matter what genre it is. That's cool. Have you done any rock or metal? That's really cool. I wonder, like, how the hell did you find my stream? How did you end up here, Potteri Music? How did you end up here? I'm gonna give you a follow, by the way. By the way, I think the music community in Twitch is like really wholesome. I used to like follow and watch quite a bit of different music channels, and it feels like it's really tight, so that the music creators are rating each other and really like vibing together. It's a wonderful thing. There's a game genre for W3 days that has no standalone games, or I could not find any. Warcraft 3? Ah. Hero defense. How is the compiling taking so long? Potter says, I don't remember. It was long time ago when I was in school. You did morning streams and seemed interesting. All right, cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. Guys, we have reached the point where building takes long. I don't really understand why, though. I don't really understand why. It's not like it's not like the game is heavy. We are officially doing a big game now. Custom water shader, yeah, man, that was so like it is some render pipeline shit that it's doing. So like a mobile but with a PvP part, defending a base from horde of NPCs, or if it has PvP, you spawn waves yourself for the enemy lane. So there's a game genre from World of like Warcraft 3 days that has no standalone games. Hero defense. I'm having a little bit trouble like understanding what's that. So it's like mobile without PvP, defending base. So does it have something to do with Warcraft 3, or was it just like from the Warcraft 3 days? Alright, so we are in here. Wait, what's going on? What the fuck? What is that shit? What was that shit? I couldn't do anything. Alright, so I guess we oughta like hide the freaking parent then. Let's give this another go. It should be a faster build now. Skipper! What the fuck, exactly? Like what the hell? I couldn't do anything. I couldn't open, couldn't close. Oh yeah, because I set it so that it can't be accessed. Yeah. Okay, so let's host. Okay, so we're hosting. Yeah, we're allowing. How bad can it be? Okay, so this we're gonna be called Ame, and then we're gonna go into our editor. We're gonna play focused. Just gonna make it a little bit bigger, and we're gonna try to join that. We're gonna try to join that session by pressing client. And we are getting a lot of errors. Failed to create object locally. Network prefab could not be found. Hey, but I'm seeing Ame here. I'm seeing Ame, so that's definitely something. The equipment seems to be right. Let's change our name into and let's press F6. We are seeing Ame and fuck you! Ame and Höhö are here. Ame and Höhö are here, and this guy. Okay, so there is. So this guy doesn't have any armor on. Okay, so the armor equipping is not really working, or is it? Because both of these guys seem to have like the same set. Yeah. But it's looking way different here. Dumb and Dumber, yeah. Alright. So that's something. Now, what I want is to be able to kick player out. I want to kick someone out. So let's try that. That's gonna be like my goal of today. My goal today is to kick the other person. So we're gonna be closing this and we're gonna be kicked. There is a lot of bug fixing. I don't know what these errors are. I think it's probably what we're seeing here is that we haven't included every new prefab. So we have this default network prefabs kind of object. I suppose we don't have, yeah. So this isn't updated properly. That's probably what's happening. So we only have player prefab new, and then we have the old bot and dropped item. So we need to add at least the new NPCs in here. So all of these guys need to be in here. For some reason they refuse to come here though. So black robe, cyan robe, gray robe, and green robe. These are the NPCs. So I think that's gonna fix some of the issues at least. But how's Kipa doing? Give Banhammer to player. Yeah, it's gonna be editor only. Lirku, moro, how's it going? Blue Slayer is here. The legend himself. Ensi viikolla, Lirkku, ensi viikolla. Alright, so what am I doing? So focus. Okay, so if we wanna kick, it means that we gotta have... We need to find some method on the server side that's gonna kick. Okay, I will start making hacks. No, Lirkku! No, I'm just like literally trying to like create some admin tools, and Lirkku is already cheating. God damn it, man. Gosh darn it. Okay, so let's do like let's do a little thing. All right, let's do a little thing. So I'm gonna enable this now, and instead of a new text, we're gonna do a new prefab. So we're gonna go inside the parent here, and we're gonna do empty. This is gonna be like player list parent, and we're gonna do vertical layout group over here. We're gonna put this over here, and do something like, or maybe it could be like, let's try to do the grid layout group. And we're gonna have cell size, maybe this can be like 200 by 50. Spacing just a little bit, like 20. And we're gonna have fixed column count. I don't know, like 5. We need to come up with something there. And basically what I want to do is I want to have this new empty underneath, and this is gonna be like the player reference. And what this is gonna have is gonna have an background, So let it have like black and a little bit of transparency like that. And it's also going to have text. So this is gonna be the player tag. Player tag. Now we can adjust it, make it a little bit bigger. 300. I wonder if there is gonna be same problems as RuneScape used to have. Probably, honestly, probably. Even though my game is like technology has picked up. So whenever Jagex did their first RuneScapes, and I think they had like a game before RuneScape, can't remember the name though. They had to do a lot of the things manually. But yeah, they 100% had a lot of the same issues. I have it a lot easier than they did though. Let's put this to the left. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a button as well. So we're gonna have a button. A button, if you will. And this is gonna be the kick button. It's gonna be the kick button. And we're gonna make it red. A little bit darker. And it needs to be ominous. Ominous. Kick. And make it white. So. And this is gonna go to the far right, like so. And we're also gonna stretch it. Okay, so I think we add like 50 pixels, so that's what it is gonna be. Alright, so there it is. That's gonna be the kick button. Making that box a little translucent would make it look so much better. Which box? All of it. Yeah, I know. This is it. We're not in a beauty pageant here. So make this middle and that water shader. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright. So we're gonna get this list of these player references. And we need a kind of a thing here as well. Okay, so let's try it out now. What does it look like if I make a prefab out of this? So we're gonna go into prefab, UI, and make a prefab out of this and just copy paste. Okay, so as you can see, it isn't working out. It isn't working out. This is fine, yeah. So we need 3 is the maximum of columns. And now as you can see that we can have a problem of not having enough space because our game is gonna be such a huge thing. So we need scroll rect. So let's just put a container. I don't know, like it's gonna be like container or something. And I can't remember how this is done, but I think these guys need to go under the container. Okay, so now it's saying that fuck you, motherfucker. I have a feeling that grid layout needs to be underneath, or how does it work? Like, how did it work? Just a container by reference. I think this needs to be inside here. Grid layout group, paste it here. Now if I copy paste these, this gonna do that. Okay, good stuff. Why does it look like that though? Why don't I have anything inside here? Like what's going on? I lost the visuals. Where's the visuals? What happened? I think you can like add like scroll rect here. And it needs a rect transform. I don't know if it can be itself. And it's only gonna be, yeah, this is one of those things, guys, where I need to call .many viewports. I don't know if it can be this. I don't know if it can be that. Let's delete that and do it again. Maybe it was just a bug. Yeah, it was just a bug. Okay, so what happens now if I just spam it? Okay, so it doesn't work. It's supposed to be like so that kind of like hides things, so you can kind of like scroll it. God damn it. God damn it. I don't know how to do it. Well, there is one thing we can do. There is one thing we can do. And that is increase the size. we can increase the size of the console. We can make it bigger. We can make it better. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be 1,000 pixels wide. Alright, and then on this. If you kick me, I will hack your system. It's better than hacking my sister, if you know what I mean. Exactly, the max player value is gonna be capped by how many players we can fit. Exactly. Alright, so we've got this monstrosity. This is absolute a monstrosity. And we don't need a scroll rect because I didn't know how to use it. So now we are gonna be able to fit like, I don't know, like how many? We're gonna be able to fit like this many. How many is that? Can we like see somewhere? 36 players. So it's not really a console but an admin window. Yeah. We can fit 36 people. And I think we can probably squeeze in a little bit more if we take this Y spacing away. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We can do more. We can do more. Alright, so we got a little bit of too much probably. Let's take the 3 last away. How many is this? We can do 48. 48 people are gonna get kicked. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I'm happy with that. I've got just a little bit of time. So what are we gonna do? Perfect is going a little bit bad. Yeah, it's a little stretch. Well, Lirkku, I didn't know how to do it like in this rush hour. I know that you can do it and I've done it, but I didn't know how to do it now. It's the story of UI, guys. It's the story of UI. Okay, so we need another script here. Let's try to like push it through. I know this is killing me because I need to stop again. But we're gonna do a new script. This is gonna be called console UI item or console player console UI console player item console player add overflow scroll. All right, so we're gonna go and put it over here. Oh, makes sense. You need your own Unity designer that can tell you. Yeah, exactly. I need .many here. .many is my UI guy. Console player. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna have a couple of serialized fields here. We need the text mesh pro, player tag text. Then we need a button. We need a button. And this is gonna be the kick button. And then we're gonna need a little bit of initialize console player. And then we need the how many scripts you have in this project in total? Just curious. That is a good question. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Imagine this isn't even like a big project, but it's starting to be pretty big. We have 58 scripts. 58 scripts. Right. So what do we need to put? Like, what do we need to put in? I suppose we're gonna do like string. Do a string like player tag string. And I don't think these need to know about anything really. So we're just gonna do the player tag. No, we probably should do the whole thing. Probably need to do the whole thing. I think we're gonna need something else, but I can't really see what. So we're gonna do the player tag text. Text is equal to player tag string. And then we do kick button on click. Add listener. Kick button pressed. Kick button pressed. And here we are basically gonna do we are gonna do the try to kick player, and this is gonna be an RPC basically. Try to kick player server RPC, and let's see if so this needs to be to send RP. What is it? What is the syntax? Send to server. Send to server. So this needs to be network behavior. So we're sending this, and now we need to find out how do we kick players in Unity netcode for game objects kicking players. This is with great joy I am finding out how to kick players. Disconnect client. What? Network manager singleton disconnect client 1. Really, this guy has hard-coded it into one, and then he's wondering why it doesn't work. Network manager clients list, for instance. All right, let's see this network manager disconnect client. Let's see, disconnect client. Let's try to find the disconnect client server only. Network manager disconnect client method while passing the identifier of the client you wish to disconnect. The network manager connected clients dictionary that uses the client identifier as a key. Values network client as a read-only list of network client via the menu connected clients list. So it needs network manager, disconnect client, player, owner, client ID, disconnect player, network object. It needs a network object, basically. All right, so this is what it's gonna be called. It's gonna be that disconnect player, and that's what it is. That's what it is, guys. So this means that we need the player state. Probably. So we can just pass in the player state like so, and hold it here, and this is gonna be set to player state, and this is gonna be called player state player tag value to string. And if we kick it, if we press the button, then we are gonna pass in a player state network object. Will this work? Will this work, people? Will this work? Let's do a poll when we do this. Keeter, can you do a poll or a prediction? Can you do a prediction with like 5 minutes? 5 minutes of time. So we need to go over to the console, and instead of this, we are taking for each value pair, we are gonna go and initialize these items. So so we need a reference to game object. This is gonna be the console player prefab, and we are just gonna like do var player. I don't know if we need a reference to it. Probably not. Just do a console prefab. So what is the syntax? Instantiate console player prefab under the container. So we need a transform player lists container. Put it over here, and yeah, we do need the console player get components console player initialize, and we're gonna set in value pair value. We're gonna do that, and we should be sending it the player state. That's pretty much it. And we should be, every time we update this, we should clear the shit. So how do we do that? I suppose we are gonna save this to some list. So let's just do private list of type of console players, player list, or console player list. And this is gonna get initialized, and list, we're missing something, so it's just a reference to the list. Okay, and basically we're just gonna check if console player list, if it's null. If it's not null, we're gonna clear it here. And we gotta do a little bit of a thing here before. We need a little bit of a thing here, which is we're gonna need a public void delete object or something. Delete console player. I don't know if that's gonna work. Place your bets, people. Delete console player, so it's gonna delete this, and on destroy, we're gonna do the kick button. On click, remove all listeners. Yeah. All right, let's see if that works. So in the console player, delete console player, and then we're gonna delete all of them, and then we're gonna clear the list. And also here, if we press the kick button, if we press this, then we are also gonna delete the console player. All right. Let's try it out. All right. Let's try it out. It's kind of a something must be ending in an RPC suffix. So this needs to be called RPC. All right. Player reference, and this needs to be player tag, so that one, kick button, that one, I suppose this needs to be put into the network manager inside here, so we gotta do player reference. Okay. And then just inside the console here we are gonna put the container inside. So this one's gonna be put player list. Wait, what? Player list. Oh, this isn't right. We're not gonna do that. And we got another problem. It says that it cannot. So this isn't the way to go. I suppose it's gonna be like network object reference. And then this needs the stupid syntax. This needs the stupid syntax, this one. Player try get player network object. Maybe this will work. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It feels like a stretch at this point, stretching from every corner. At least we're compiling, so that's nice. Okay, so player list container, you are gonna go there, and prefab is gonna be the player reference prefab, and let's just delete this. Just delete this. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So basically we are going to set this off, and then we're gonna build, and we're gonna yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Let me just tell you that. This is gonna be interesting. So I suppose we are not gonna do anything here yet. We're gonna go into here, and we're gonna host from editor. So we are hosting, and let's name ourselves the host man. And we're gonna try to join the client here, and we're gonna call ourselves the Kickable. The Kickable is gonna be our name, and for some reason it didn't work. Okay, so that's okay. What the fuck happened? I tried to change my name. Fuck. Fuck. All right, so we lost the guy. Infinite loop, something like that. Something like that. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I guess we got caught in a loop. All right, let's try this again. No changing names this time. Looks fine, yeah. All right, hostman. We are called the hostman. We're gonna try to join this session. All right, so we got a epic problem happening. We got an epic problem happening right now, and okay, we have something. All socket received requests were marked as failed, likely because socket itself has failed. What is that? What is that? Let's try it the other way around. So it has something to do with joining with client. So let's do it so that we are hosting on the we're hosting on the build. Let's try that. I think we should be. No, wait. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So let's try to host here. We've got some big issues, so that's wonderful. Hey Tanska, how's our Inti boy doing? You came at the last minute. I got a call in just a second. So we're joining as client. So there is something going on. It's crashing. It's crashing epically. It's gonna crash this one as well, most likely, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we made some horrible mistake. It was just working literally like a moment ago, so I suppose we did something just now. Oh man. 8 hours of metsä. I am sorry, but hey, you made it. Highly recommend to go back by the last changes. I currently don't know what's going on. I wonder what it was. But hey, Erhan Lol, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the shit show. Alright, so things are not looking right. I'm wondering if it's this, so we are going into, no, it can't be that. That doesn't make any sense. Inside console, we're not really doing anything, are we? We're not really doing anything. Yeah. Hey, morista. Alright guys, it kills me, but I gotta call it here. If there's any new viewers, please drop a follow. We're gonna continue tomorrow. We have a lot of shit to do. I don't know what I don't know what went wrong, guys. I don't know. So we gotta continue tomorrow. I really need to eat something before I go pick up my son. Oh my. So we're continuing tomorrow. Let's raid our boy Matt Chirpy.
Left, down.
Yeah.
We got it.
It kills me to end.
Holy shit.
It kills me to end, guys. But that's the only thing. It's like literally the only thing that has to be done, and I gotta pick up my son. So, holy shit, we got a lot of viewers. This has got to be some sort of record. Thank you all for dropping in, tuning in. We are developing every Monday to Friday, and we got some big boys that needs to be settled, and that is the multiplayer. We've been developing for months on end without really doing multiplayer testing, so there's a whole lot of things we gotta figure it out. But we are not gonna get discouraged. We are gonna power through. I currently don't have any idea what we broke, but we did break something. So we're gonna continue with that tomorrow. It's gonna be a little bit longer stream today, tomorrow. See you then. Bye bye.